Welcome back to the BESL 1 Pro Season 1. I'm Dark Danger, and still with me is Arlight. We had our first match between Public Enemy and Team Solomata, which went one game each, and now we'll have the second matchup of the day, which is going to be Vegan Unit 4 versus Iron Wolves.
Yeah, and finally we see Iron Wolves coming back from their little break. They did not manage to make it to the previous match, but yeah, I'm really excited to see how they've trained up to perform in this league game. Vegan Unit didn't show to be the strongest team so far, but it is only week 3 right now, so the tables can turn at any point.
And yeah, for Vegan Unit 4, we got Tafish, Chafilo, Raske Karistaya, Garumuzi, and Inafu.
Yeah, and for Iron Wolves lineup, it will be Chosenus in the top lane, Warden jungle, Knock 1 in mid lane, Yashiro as the marksman, and Zavielis as the support.
And it's going to be an interesting matchup because last week we saw a strong showing from Vegan Unit 4, while we didn't see any showing from Iron Wolves. But Iron Wolves are still the heavy favorites for the whole tourney. So it's going to be interesting if we need to see if Vegan Unit 4 has continued their rise.
Yeah, we can see if they will continue to snowball in the league and maybe make an upset win against one of the champions, Iron Wolves. Like Iron Wolves showing a really great showing in other Baltic tournaments such as NEE Baltics, where they acquired the first place, winning teams like Gameplay DNA, who are also really strong in the region. So everyone is really hyped for Iron Wolves' ability to play this game, and yeah, it is going to be a substitute in the mid lane for Saulius. Knock 1 will be playing this game, as well as Yashiro being the marksman in this matchup as well, subbing in for Optimus.
And yeah, those are going to be the matchups, but before we start the game, today is Axe Friday. We have Axe giveaway. We have these wonderful products you can win, and to participate in this giveaway, you need to follow the BESL Pro Facebook page, and there's a post specifically for this giveaway where you need to tag the person who you are thankful for bringing you in the competitive gaming.
Yeah, and the champion select should be starting anytime now. I don't have any expectations from the picks on each of the team. I don't know a lot of the players that these guys are comfortable in picking up, so it can go really either way. Do you know anything about these players? Maybe you can set any predictions.
Well, I've met a couple of players from Vegan Unit 4 in solo queue. So I played with them. I have nothing bad to say about them. And as a team, each week they're showing a better and better showing. While Iron Wolves are veteran players with a lot of expertise in mostly all the fields in the game.
Yeah, Vegan Unit 4 showed really good gameplay in the last week. I do believe they were playing against Surreal Gaming. If I am correct, they did pick up both of the matches from them, and even though Surreal Gaming may not be one of the stronger teams in the league right now, it's still a win for them, and that will play towards increasing their confidence for this game.
And yeah, we are already in the Champ Select. For the first game, Vegan Unit 4 is going to take the blue side, while Iron Wolves the red one. And well, I have no idea who they're going to target in this Champ Select. We can see the Nidalee is the first ban targeting Warden. He's probably, I would say, at the moment with this roster, the shining light of the team.
Yeah, Chaffee LoL certainly being the leader for Vegan Unit 4 side, being the one that the gameplay revolves around in Vegan Unit 4, and yeah, is going to take out champions like Nidalee that can oppress him. I do know that Warden likes to play aggressive champions like that, and he is looking to negate anything similar to that.
And yeah, Tom Kench ban. So it seems like Iron Wolves will go for, well, that's too early to call, but usually a Tom Kench ban suggests that you want to pick some aggressive champions, some all-in champions, and then maybe go for a pick comp.
Yeah, we can also see Ornn being taken out, another aggressive champion that can make plays happen, just so Vegan 4 can be a bit safer in this game. Cassiopeia being taken away from Raske Karastaya, another great champion in this meta right now.
He showed a great, well, he had great games last week with the Cassiopeia in specific.
Yeah, I do believe I saw some of the games. He did seem to be able to pilot this champion really well. And the third ban being Vladimir, going to... the third ban being Vladimir for Vegan Unit 4, and another ban from Iron Wolves being the Skarner, taken away from Chaffee LoL, but Sion certainly being a very contested pick, and they are comfortable in picking him as the first one.
Now, if Warden likes aggressive champions, will he pick up the Olaf right now, which is the premium jungler right now? And on top lane, there are some options you can pick up, and well, Virgie will first pick the Caitlyn, and that's a Rise from Naki.
Yeah, and the Rise being really contested in the competitive scene right now. We don't see him being picked up by any other teams right now, just because it is a bit of a higher level champion that is considered to be picked only by the very best teams, because it is hard to coordinate plays together with his Realm Warp. That yeah, it is pretty hard to just use Rise effectively in a team composition.
And there's a Varus pick by Garu. Last week he played both games Varus with a pretty interesting build, I would say, but they won both games, so maybe he knows something we don't know. And as I remember, he went Rageblade into Static Shift into Last Whisper, and for me that's something unheard of.
Yeah, we did Chaffee LoL also. We did see Chaffee LoL appear in the highlights of week 2, where he did show his abilities to try to snipe people out. So yeah, he should be pretty comfortable in playing that. Complementing the poke from Varus will be a pick. Will be Xerath picked for Raske Karastaya, another great champion in the meta right now, being a really good wave clearer. But Alistar also considered to be a pretty good pick against champions like that. Any hard engage is well effective against poke compositions.
Now, they ban out the Braum. Are they going to ban out the Morgana as well? Because Morgana has been seeing a rise lately, especially in these kind of situations. And, well, Varus can pretty much go with anything. So, I guess that Inafu will pick up the Morgana or Taric if it's open.
Yeah, and Shen also being banned out on the side of Vegan Unit 4 just because it's a really great champion against Sion in the top lane, one of the comfort counter picks. And as you mentioned, Morgana being taken away from Inafu a really good champion in this situation, just because there's a lot of crowd control on the side of Iron Wolves so far in this draft.
And well, the last ban is still to come, but yeah, for Iron Wolves, they need to pick up the jungler and the top laner, and going through the second ban phase, only in the second ban phase we see the Olaf ban. So there are still a lot of options open. He can definitely go for the Zac in this one, but Camille is a good pick into the Sion, or actually in the jungle as well.
Yeah, maybe we can see Warden playing Camille here in this game. It is another aggressive champion, and we do know that he loves aggressive champions. As we saw, Nidalee was taken away from him, also the Olaf, and Camille really complementing champions like Alistar, another great champion that can pick out Xerath or Varus, you know, just delete these pokers and try to lock them up.
And yeah, a hover for Rek'Sai, but a Xin Zhao locked in, so matching the aggression that Iron Wolves want to play by. We'll have to see if Chafilo can take his team on his back in the early game so they can farm up to be a strong force in the mid and late game.
Yeah, we do see Xin Zhao picked up for Chafilo in the jungle. Not the champion we see too often in the BESL Pro League, but certainly not one of the weakest junglers. A lot of others open too, but I do believe Chaffee is comfortable on Xin Zhao, and I do hope he shows great performance on him as well.
And only a couple of champions can duel the Xin Zhao in the early game, Warwick being one of them, but which one's going to be picked? And it's a Trundle, and I have still no idea where the Camille and Trundle are going. It's most likely going to be Trundle top, or is it going to be Trundle in the jungle?
I do believe Trundle in jungle is still a pretty strong pick, but Trundle is very effective against Sion as well, so it can really go either way, just as you said. But it does seem like they are sticking with Chosen on Camille. Oh no, actually, they did swap in the last second, so Warden will be playing Camille in the jungle. So yeah, Trundle still one of the counter picks to Sion, just because of his ultimate. It's really great in countering tanks like him.
And he can survive the Sion's poke in the early game due to his passive. And well, as the game goes longer, it's only going to get easier and easier for him.
Yeah, but I still do like Iron Wolves draft a bit more, just because they have a lot of ability to pick out champions, and seeing Xerath and Varus on the side of Vegan Unit 4, it's just you know, very easy targets for Iron Wolves, so they will have to try to peel them off as much as possible, play around the vision, not let Camille get those ultimates landed, or Ryze getting in range to use his Rune Prison effectively.
And actually, there was a last second switch up, and Camille is going for Chosen on the top lane, and Trundle in the jungle. So it's going to be interesting, as Trundle probably can duel Xin Zhao after 6. Before 6, it's like kind of like a skill matchup, because even though Trundle seems like an easy champion, he can do so many things with the pillar. And well, we'll have to look for it. And actually, he can set up the Camille with a pillar. We don't see it really often, but it's a viable option.
Yeah, it does provide the platform for Camille to use her hookshot a bit better. But yeah, really mobile champions on side the Vegan Unit 4. It doesn't look very hopeful for them. Iron Wolves did get the upper hand in the draft, I do believe.
And yeah, with that said, we'll go in a small break, after which we'll see the first game between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves. and we are in the game between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves, and it's going to be an interesting one, as they're like, I would say, a bit unusual compositions regarding BSL. We don't see much Xerath, we don't see much Xin Zhao, or any Xin Zhao, and we haven't seen Trundle in the jungle in yet, so we'll have to see how that one goes. We'll have to see if Nak1 or Naki can snowball like the mid lane, but it shouldn't be as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, I'm a I'm a big fan of the Trundle in the jungle picked here by Warden. I do think the champion is really strong. Not much respect coming out from the pro scene. Maybe the Trundle isn't one of the best junglers, but if piloted well enough, I think he can provide a lot of pressure towards the game, especially against champions like Sion. And yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out.
And it seems like that both junglers will start with the blue buff, so Chuffy will be the first one on bot lane, as Iron Wolves have the Caitlyn and will most likely be pushed in.
Yeah, we can see Ryze obviously trying to push in the wave as early as possible, maybe get some vision on the bottom side.
And a cheese coming from the Chosen One, he's going to go for a small poke.
Yeah, wins the trade, obviously. Does not miss any minions there in the top lane, so pretty successful by him.
He missed one.
One minion, one the melee minion. And yeah, we can see, as I said, Nock moving in to set a ward to spot out Chuffy's rotations.
And yeah, nothing much happening yet. A lot of vision control already for Iron Wolves.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually the bot lane for Iron Wolves is pushed in, as they did have to go for the jungle leash.
Yeah, we can see Chuffy doing a bit of a weird jungle path here after the recall, going straight for the Gromp. Wait, why does he have level 1? Did you see what happened? Did he not purchase items or something?
I did not see what happened, but that's pretty weird occurrence. He took the blue buff and then he backed. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, Warden actually being forced to flash there, caught out in a bad position. Pulverized lands on Inafu, same as the Peacemaker, but nothing much happened. Warden probably a bit confused right now on the position of Chuffy, but he does not fall apart, is improvising and moving towards the top lane jungle of Warden and getting his red buff for himself.
And yeah, well, a good read for Chuffy, but he is already quite behind in the jungle.
Yeah, just because he didn't get to purchase his jungle item, probably he didn't get the level lead and is going to be a bit behind in the earlier phase. But Nock being a bit low right now, Raskekari style landing his skill shots pretty well on Xerath so far.
And yeah, we can see that Nak1 is pretty adept at the champion, playing it smoothly with confidence, going in, taking some damage, but well, he doesn't care about that. He knows he's going to just back, so the small poke doesn't bother him.
Yeah, we can see Ryze recalling as quickly as he has enough gold for a tier, picking up another Sapphire Crystal in the lane, just so he can push the lanes even more effectively. And so far, an absolutely equal game in the bot lane, identical farm for both of the champions. And yeah,
a perfect farm so far.
Perfect farm so far. In the mid lane too, Raskekari doing a good job in farming out his lane. Toffige looks to be forced to back out. Actually, he has no mana. Chosen One's lane is in a really good position so far. We can see that he's showing a lot of promise so far in the laning phase against a strong champion such as Sion.
Sion missed the opportunity to back at the right time. He greeded for an extra wave and now he's going to pay for it. He even decided not to teleport back to lane. And that's going to be a huge loss for Toffige, as he is level 4 while Camille is level 5 and the wave is pushing into her.
And in the bot lane we can see Chuffy trying to make some pressure against Iron Wolves bot lane. Yashiro going to be pretty low on Caitlyn, is forced to pop his potion finally. But the fight in the mid lane, Raske being caught out by Nock, and it is going to be a supported first blood by Warden. And is he going to cancel Chafilo's back? He is found in the jungle, but no, he does make it back safely to his base. But a great kill from Iron Wolves' mid lane and jungle duo.
And yeah, already with the first blood on the top lane, now Taff is going to be in trouble as Chosen One will get level 6 in a minion or two. Does fail the hook shot onto the wall and gets knocked up, eats a little bit of damage, but well, he'll just heal it up anyways.
Now we can see Iron Wolves going for the first Drake of the game. Did get the first blood, so that opens up an opportunity to secure it safely. And yeah, Cloud Drake going for Iron Wolves.
And it's going to, after the buffs, it's going to help Warden quite a lot, as he's not the most mobile champion to roam around the map, but well, he'll probably be able to match the mobility of Chafilo now.
Yeah, we can see Raske being pinged out here as he's trying to set up some vision in the topside river. And yeah, so far pretty equal game, despite the fact that Warden is a bit ahead of Chafilo just because of the mess up in the earlier game, same as Nock securing the kill in the mid side. So far we can see that the game will be revolving around the mid-jungle combo, just because those are the ones who are in the lead on the Iron Wolf side.
In the bot lane, the lane is completely even. And it's pretty interesting seeing Varus doing the Q max, as most Varuses go for the E max as it's safer. But we've seen that Garu has played a lot of Varus, he's really comfortable on it. And he probably just wants some extra poke.
Yeah, as we saw in the highlights, he does like to land his Qs pretty well. So being confident in his ability on doing that, so not afraid to try to max it. And a pretty quiet matchup in the mid lane. Everyone's just trying to shove out the lane as fast as possible and try to set up vision for their junglers. And yeah, we can see Chafilo moving towards the bot side. His red buff is going to be spawning, and Warden isn't anywhere near to answer that. But they might go on to play against Topfish in the top side just because all of the ultimates are up.
And well, it might be a dive on top lane. Now Warden is not going around yet. Now he is slowly doing that. Topfish needs to back at right this moment before his recall gets cancelled. Warden's already there, gets the pillar down, and the minion wave is coming, a rise is coming in. And well, oh, Topfish gets the escape. Warden not going in front of him fast enough.
Yeah, the flash wasn't up for Warden here to try to stop the unstoppable onslaught from Sion, so he's going to back out safely, although he is behind already 20 minions in the top lane, so that will impact his ability to
And
duel.
there's an engage on the bot lane. The ultimate from Varus connects. Now Zavieles flashes away, and Inafu will secure the kill. Now Caitlyn tries to return the favor, but Ace in Hole is just not enough, and now Chafilo tries to zone her away. Still has the ultimate, and Virgie has to be really careful now.
Yeah, landing did build up a pretty good wave in the bot side, so they're trying to land some damage.
And Chafilo taking some damage from the turret.
Yeah, 3 towers. Oh, we can see actually Iron Wolves setting up a play onto the bot side. They are rotating together with Warden. Nock, maybe he's going to use his flash to close the gap. Heal being used.
Inafu flashes away, does get rooted anyways. Now ultimate from Chafilo and Inafu are going to stop them now. Topfish looked for a teleport, he cancelled it.
Yeah, a really good play by Chafilo there, using his ultimate really effectively to try to disengage this team fight. But it does seem that Inafu is the only one that is staying in the lane, so he's the only one that can maybe deny some damage on the tower with his shields or delay the waves with his Q, but yeah, still a pretty good attempt at disengaging by Vegan Unit 4.
But slowly but surely Iron Wolves are getting small leads now, already 1k ahead by a smart roams around the map.
Yeah, the gold lead is certainly going to be impacted by the CS lead that is in the top side and the bot side of the map. We can see there's at least a 10 million difference between the marksmen
and they are pinging the mid lane now. Zavieles is coming for roam. He does get seen by this pink ward, so Raske Karista will have to back off.
Yeah, Trundle being pinged out too. They did notice him running towards the top side, but Toffish does not seem to care.
And Chosen goes in on the Toffish, gets ulted by Camille, and the pillar does not stop Toffish. He just gets moved a little bit to the side.
The timing was a bit off there for Hextech ultimatum from Camille. I do believe that he tried to predict Sion starting his ultimate, but there was enough time for him to wait out the ultimate and just use his unstoppable onslaught to back off from that fight. Warden was not enraged.
Naki fighting for ward gets dominance in mid lane. Well, in the river rather, and Poke not really doing much from Raske Karista yet.
And the bot lane still pretty quiet. The CS is going to... yeah, the CS is pretty similar between both of the marksmen. A bit of an edge for Yashiro on the Caitlyn, but still very respectful gameplay in the bot side so far. But Chuffy is there to try to maybe stop them from controlling the vision onto the Tribush.
He does get seen, and the second Drake of the game has a spawn, and it's going to be Mountain Drake. So yeah, it seems like that, yeah, Iron Wolves are straight at it. And will Chuffy be able to steal it or contest it? Well, let's see.
Yeah, they do seem to be going on to Knock. Actually, he's forced to flash away. A flash follow-up from Chuffy uses his ultimate to try to do as much damage as possible, but Knock does seem to go down by another snipe from Garu, as we've seen in other highlights. So the Q flash actually working out for Garu here. Great play by Chuffy noticing that Knock is overstepping in trying to ward behind the Raptor camp. Well played by Wigan Unit 4, although they did lose already the second Drake in the 12th minute of the game.
And well, on the top lane, it's actually, Chosen when going in, Toffish has to flash away, and that's going to be crazy now. Chafilo on the bot lane, going for the gank, will turn to Zavieles. Zavieles just too fast for him.
Yeah, they do seem to back out successfully. Chafilo does like playing in the bot side of the map so far. Not too successful in trying to execute Yashiro or Zavieles so far, but yeah, we can see Warden changing his mind and trying to pressure this red buff on the side of Wigan Unit 4, and actually Chosen being so ahead in top lane that he's comfortable in trying to get this blue buff away from them, and that's going to impact Raske Karistaya's ability to clear out the minion waves very significantly.
But he does not have the health, and Toffish is full health, so he might get caught out there. He just hook shots over the wall and gets the safety, but meanwhile Warden goes in on the Toffish, still has just used the ultimate on Toffish. Toffish has the unstoppable onslaught, but does not even need to use it.
Yeah, we can see Warden really is able to duel anyone on the side of Wigan Unit 4 right now. Did not get the kill on him, but still doing a lot of damage and putting up a lot of pressure on the map so far.
And Chafilo just late to the action, comes in when everything has cooled down, and a good path from Warden so far.
Yeah, we can already see the blue buff difference in the mid lane, the wave being pushed up towards Raske Karistaya just because of the blue buff difference, I do believe. And he is going on to farm the Raptors right now. We can see Iron Wolves being so confident that
and well, Toffish getting caught out. Warden flashing in front of the unstoppable onslaught. Now there's nothing Toffish can do. He gets slowed. Now Hextech ultimated coming in. Toffish does not fall, and now it's Chafilo. Chafilo turns to the Warden, gets the kill. Now Chosen One gets knocked out and Chafilo and Tallfish gets away cleanly. However, Knock One comes in. He does get stopped by Raske Kariste and a big turnaround from Vegan Unit 4.
Yeah, great performance, as we mentioned, from Chafilo, being the key member in Vegan Unit 4, doing a lot of damage against Warden. They're playing together with Tallfish really well. Tallfish helped him in escaping the claws of Chosen One.
And well, Xavier is going in on the Garu. He has to flash away, gets stunned. But well, Garu tries to turn it around with the ultimate, does not land on the Yashiro. And well, action all around the map.
Yeah, we can see the bot lane, even though we do see a bit more action right now, the turrets are still alive, even though very unhealthy. The turrets are at similar health, and same as the minions, very similar. It's, I would say it's a pretty boring lane down here. It's, yeah, it is basically the same performance from both of the bot laners.
And yeah, on the mid lane, it's been pretty quiet, but quietly, Knock One has gained a 30 CS lead over Raske Kariste. Opted for the Rod of Ages instead of the Abyssal Mask. And well, goes, well, seems that he will go for the full-on damage. Now there's going to be a big party in the bot lane. Knock One already coming in bot. Raske Kariste tries to go, and 3-man knockup from Xavielis. And it seems like Chafilo will be the first one to fall. Warden getting away from third shot now. Xavier is getting really low. Garu tries to kite them away, does not have the damage yet. Raske Kariste tries to poke them down and finish them off, but they are healthy enough to get it away cleanly.
Yeah, Iron Wolves did go pretty low there in the fight, but do not lose their confidence and just back out in time. Not being too greedy, getting the first turret in the game finally, and that will result in a 3,000 gold lead for them.
And well, I think that from now, Iron Wolves will not stop the pressure. Now Raske Kariste getting caught out, has to flash over the pillar to get away.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Tallfish doing the unimaginable, getting a solo kill against Chosen. Must have played really greedy there in the lane. I don't believe that they can... that Tallfish can just win playing 1v1 like this.
Well, he has the ultimate items, he has the tabbies and bramble vest, so pretty much Chosen One cannot do anything here if he tries to trade.
Yeah, very well played by Tallfish here in the top lane, trying to return the pressure on the map. And it is going to be the third Drake spawning in 20 seconds, which will be the Ocean Drake. But Vegan Unit 4 are nowhere near in position in trying to secure it, as Garu and Inafu are on the top side of the map.
And they are seen there or suspected there because pings come down. Now Xavielis will try to get some vision dominance in the river. He will get poked down a little bit, but well, yeah, Chafilo going to the top lane as well. Tallfish already on the bot lane, so will be late to the push.
Yeah, we can see Chafilo, as usual, backing up his marksman and support in the top side of the map this time, being very patient in moving through the bushes. Will they try to make a play? Warden is trying to move up towards upside.
Yashiro gets ulted by the virus, flashes away. 90 caliber net will put him to safety now. Xavier is getting low, but pops the ultimate. Now there's a teleport from Chosen One, or is it Knock One? Yeah, Chosen One and Knock One. Chosen One looks for an ultimate on one of the carries.
And the Realm Barb actually going down, isn't going to be taking it, but there's a lot of aggression going down onto Chosen. Xinjia ultimate does not do much.
Tallfish secures the first kill now. Unstoppable onslaught onto the Knock One, and those are 2 kills for Vegan Unit 4. Now they want more. Yashiri really low, but they are getting away too fast.
Yeah, they should be just looking to maybe get the top lane.
Or maybe the Baron. Baron's coming up in 10 seconds.
Wow, actually, yeah, all of them are alive. They might try to go for that. Let's see if they decide on something like that. And the pings do come out from Vegan Unit 4. Very exciting, but they did not spot out the ward in the pixel bush from Iron Wolf, so they do know that they started it. Let's see if Warden is going to be able to use this
He has the blast plant.
blast plant successfully. Yeah. Let's see. He does go in a
He
little
goes
early.
in too early. Puts the ultimate on, but it has to flash away. And it seems like that it should be a Baron, but
Knock
Knock
actually
One gets
getting
the
a kill. Getting a kill against him, but Raske Krste
Double
so
kill
low.
for Knock One, goes in further, Baron secured by Vegan Unit 4. Now, Knock One with the triple, and it's going to be an ace for Iron Wolves.
Yeah, a very, very well played from Knock One there. Picking up 3 kills, clearing up the Baron pit so easily. I don't know, I do believe Vegan Unit 4 were a bit slow in the play there. Should just try to secure the Baron as fast as possible. Maybe go deeper into the pit in that situation, because Raske Krste was in a really bad spot there throughout the team fight. Same as Garu, being chased down by Rice so easily. No one there to try to peel for them.
And well, Chosen One looking for, to poke down now. They are going to get the inhibitor turret, but not the inhibitor itself. Zeratot will snipe a Warden. And well, 1 return kill and a little bit of breathing room for Vegan Unit 4.
Yeah, the kills do seem to be equal right now, but that's not what Iron Bulls are looking for. They are so far.
And they will go on the Chafila. Chafila wants to contest the red buff now. Yashiri is the Chafila, pops the ultimate now. Virgie goes in now, Hextech ultimatum comes, but Zeret is there. Chosen One flashes the ultimate from the Varus now. Zavielis will fall to Chafilo, and it's a complete turnaround as they have, the inhibitor has not fallen yet. They will secure the dragon just to, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, a bit of a slip up here from Iron Wolves. Even though the Chain of Corruption did not connect there, they were successful in securing a kill against Zavielis and getting the first Drake for them in this game, which will be an Ocean Drake that will help the pokers of Vegan Unit 4 tremendously. Being used by Zerath and Varus, the Ocean Drake is really effective.
Mostly the Varus, because there does have the Archangel, well, the Luden's Echo, which gives quite some mana. And yeah, when you're going on hit Varus, you need some mana regen, and this will probably provide enough for the game. Now Warden's looking for something on the top lane. Tafish getting caught out. He tries to ultimate away, but he does get stopped by Warden, and Knock One on rampage. 5-2-1 rise for Iron Wolf's mid laner.
Yeah, there's so much burst actually coming out from Iron Wolves' side against Tafish. As I saw, Warden was chaining up.
He has no magic resist, and they go into full fast push, ulting in the minions, and they want to cut someone out now. They are not going to get their hands on Raske Krste yet, but they will get to top lane tier 2.
Yeah, not afraid to just use the Realm Warp so aggressively, walking straight into the base of Vegan Unit 4, looking for any play that they can make, feeling very confident right now in the situation of this game.
And Tafish really needs to invest some of the gold into magic resist, as we saw. And Knock One just completely melts him in, well, I wouldn't call that melting, he just explodes.
Yeah, we can see pings coming out from Vegan Unit 4. Even though they don't have vision, they are pretty sure that Iron Wolves are based into their bot side jungle and are backing our area right now, waiting for the next objective to spawn. Maybe going to try to finish off the inhibitor in the mid lane in their next push. A lot of items already on Knock One. We can see him working up towards the 4th item already in his build, while Yashiro is only going for the 3rd so far.
And Knock One is almost 3k gold ahead of the Zerath. So he's going to be a menace in the following fights, as Vegan Unit 4 have mostly the frontliners. I would call Varus the frontliner as well, as he cannot safely deal damage to Caitlyn or Ryze at any point of the game.
Yeah, the Witsand will help him a little bit in trying to tank Knock One's damage, but yeah, it's a really hard for him to play out these team fights just because of the range difference between the marksmen. And we can see Chosen creeping in towards the base of Vegan Unit 4, setting the vision over the wall just so they have a bit more clarity on the whole situation of Vegan Unit 4's movement.
And well, it's going to be a slow minute for now. Afterwards, we will see a lot of action. That's how it usually is. Chosen One and Warden looking for picks. Now they have a great pick camp. If Camille can get her ultimate on the Xerath, he's surely dead with no options there.
Yeah, and Yashiro finally back from his trip to securing the red buff, and they are looking to be playing a 1-3-1 here.
And well, Yashiro getting engaged on now. Alsta right away combos Chafilo will be the first one to fly. Chain of Corruption not dealing much, but Warden falling from 4 Iron Wolves.
Yeah, even though he did burn his flash, he did not get away from Claws of Garus Varus, showing a lot of promise on that champion, doing a lot of damage.
And it seems like Garu has checked the item builds for Varus for this week, so it's a nice optimization. He has the Varus mechanics. Now he has the damage as well.
Yeah, and even though they lose a tower, Vegan Unit 4 feel comfortable in delaying this game a little bit. Xerath got the Void Staff already, so is going to start shredding the front line of Iron Wolves a little more. And another red buff being picked up by Yashiro on the side of Vegan Unit 4's jungle this time. And they're happy with backing off again.
Is it really Vegan Unit 4 jungle anymore?
I believe, yeah, it's like no turrets left for Vegan Unit 4. They are just forced to play into their base, trying to move out, set some vision towards top side. Still not losing composure in this match.
And Yashiro getting the big spike for Caitlyn. 3-item spike, Infinity Edge, Static Ship, and Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah, he's looking to be working up towards either a Vampiric Scepter and the QSS, or maybe even a Hex Drinker here to try to tank Raske Karistaya's damage as much as he can. And good to see that Vegan Unit 4 have set up some vision towards the Baron, which is spawning shortly, but I don't think Iron Wolves even need it right now, just because the inhibitor is open right now.
And they are pinging on the mid lane, so they might be looking for a pick. Chosen One just poking them a little bit as their vision gets cleared. And Knock One just back for the big item. Rabadon's Death Cap finished. And well, it's going to be scary. 4 items for Rise already.
Yeah, we can see the
5 actually.
Probably just getting another Cloud Drake here, not playing too aggressively, showing a lot of respect towards Vegan Unit 4. The inhibitor is still alive in the mid lane. They do seem to walk towards top side, maybe try to secure Baron now, as Scuttler's vision is going to run out any moment now.
And yeah, that's the right play for now. They should get the Baron or the fight they need to close out the game.
Yeah, and let's see if they're comfortable enough in starting. And yes, they do not spot out the ward that's actually in the Baron pit from Vegan Unit 4. And yeah, they do sweep it out and see it. So the Baron is cancelled. Some pings coming out, trying to clear a bit more vision. And it started once again by Vegan Unit 4. I mean by Iron Wolves, but Vegan Unit 4 are moving in, maybe trying to land some poke, but so much damage against Inafu. Peacemaker landed, and an engage from Xavielis. Pulverize is landed, but Baron is cancelled by them. Very interesting that they got scared there. Yashiro was holding off the enemies so well, but I guess Raske Karistaya landed a lot of his ultimates there, if I am correct.
And yeah, everyone's super low, needs to back now. Now it's only is going to get scarier when it comes to Xerath. They might even farm it out or just bait the Baron right now.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see a team like... Oh wait, actually, an engage coming in from Chosen One against Chafilo. He did use his ultimate, but that's not enough as he flashes in to finish up the kill.
And now this should be a free Baron for Iron Wolves.
Yeah, Baron pinked out instantly. They are starting it, even though Knock One isn't anywhere near. They are confident in their ability to secure it as 4. And yeah, Knock One is going to be moving towards bot side, maybe going to push in top side as well, and they are backing once again. Very interesting that Iron Wolves choose to back very often this game. A lot of respect showed for Vegan Unit 4.
And Garu, going for that last Whisper, is trying to burst down the targets, as he does not believe in the long team fights. Iron Wolves do have a lot of burst in their arsenal, so Garu just tries to match it with his Varus.
Yeah, and a big spike coming in soon from Raska Karista, as he will be finishing his Rabadon's death cap any moment now. Really excited to see his ability to land skill shots in these sieges of Iron Wolves, and we'll finally maybe see them grouping up in the mid lane and try to get this inhibitor that's been open for so long already.
Now Chosen One, Chosen One just making Chafilo back away from his jungle. No one really wants to 1v1 the Camille now, going for that Sterex gauge as the third item, but well, I doubt it will get to that point in this game.
Yeah, they're moving all over the place. I don't know, Knock One and Yashiro, we're moving towards the top side now, walking back to the mid lane, setting up some traps, and we'll be trying to siege all of the lanes at once. A lot of damage coming out onto the inhibitor, but Raska Karista trying to land as much poke as he can during the siege. Let's see how it plays out. And Knock One actually landing so much damage against Garu. He's going to be very low, but the Unstoppable Onslaught will land against Chafilo, but he does use his ultimate effectively, being cut out with the pillar, ignited too. Knock One doing so much damage, getting a double kill against Vegan Unit 4, and it is going to be all 5 members going down on the side of Vegan Unit 4. A triple kill by Yashiro, very well played by all of the members on the side of Iron Wolves.
And as the Nexus is going to get destroyed, that will end the first game between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves. Iron Wolves starting it slowly, but once they got the small lead, they were able to just snowball it out of control.
Yeah, I really like the way Iron Wolves were playing. It was very slow, but very sure in their ability to execute any plays they were going for. Showing a lot of respect for the Estonian team here today, but are able to close out the game in 32 minutes.
And as we can see in the damage, well, Knock One being the main damage dealer for Iron Wolves, going for the full damage build, not bothering with Zhonya's or Abyssal Mask or anything, just going straight up damage and playing aggressive with it. And a really good showing of him.
Yeah, we did see him slip up a little in the earlier phase. Chafilo was a great opponent for him, so he might take away some experience there, but still the damage graphs do not lie. Knock One on his rise performance was able to absolutely demolish the side of Vegan Unit 4 this game.
But what I liked from Vegan Unit 4 is that they were able to fight back in the early game. They had great early game, great early skirmishes, but it's pretty hard to play against Iron Wolves in an extended game, and versus any experienced team.
Yeah, we saw the objective control from Iron Wolves was really great this game. It's really scary when it comes to macro. When facing a team like Iron Wolves with so much experienced players on their side.
And yeah, that was the first game between Iron Wolves and Vegan Unit 4. Iron Wolves took this one. Don't forget about the Axe giveaway. Go to the Facebook, subscribe to the BESL Pro Facebook, well, BESL Pro page on the Facebook. There's a post about which is the person you're thankful for bringing you into the competitive gaming. Tag him in the comments, and well, you will have your entry for this giveaway. And for now, we're going to have a small break. Afterwards, we'll have the second game between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves.
You spray, you trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
welcome back, and we are in the game. Well, in the second game between Iron Wolves and Vegan. For first game did go to the Iron Wolves, and now we're already in the champ select for the second game.
Yeah, and already Cassiopeia being taken away from Raska Karistaya on Vegan Unit 4 side, being answered by a Rise ban, as we did say that Knock 1 was kind of the MVP of that game by dealing so much damage with that champion, and the Cassiopeia ban will be followed by a Tom Kinch ban, similar to what we saw in the previous champion select.
What I want to see is like with the new champion Kaiser coming out, there's like the ultra new comp in my mind, where you take the old dive comp with Galio, Camille, and Zach, and you just add Shen and Kaiser to that mix.
That sounds really disgusting.
And that should be really disgusting. I don't know if they probably are some teams trying it out, probably not working out, since Shen and Kaiser botlane would be pretty terrible. But I would really want to see a strong dive comp from either of the teams. Like we saw the Camille being open. If you take that, maybe the Tafish can get the Camille again, or not the Tafish, but Chosen One gets the Camille. Knock One goes for the Galio. It's still a great pick even after a lot of nerfs, and we will have the first pick Camille. So reading my mind over there.
Yeah, we're a great. Yeah, it's a really great pick right now on the top lane. He's really confident on it. Maybe did slip up sometimes in those 2v2 fights, but still a great performance by him. And being answered by aggressive engaged champions, Sion and Alistar, really strong in this meta still. And instantly answered by Xayah Rakan in the bot side.
And that's probably the stronger version of what's in my mind. So it should be. It already looks pretty scary if you're on the beginning force side. Now only 2 picks left, and what we have here is that Salius in the AD carry.
Interesting. Yeah, it does seem that Yashiro is subbed out for this game, and Salius will be playing marksman. So yeah, interesting to see how he's able to pilot the Xayah in this match against Caitlyn Alistar.
Or maybe it's still Yashiro, but on Salius's account. Although it's unlikely, because if you're a great player, you do not want to share your account with anyone.
Yeah, we'll try to get some information about that. I'm really interested in knowing which one is the real marksman here. And looking at the bans, a strong champion such as Olaf, taken away from Warden, same as Zach, a bit scared of that engage from him when they have a Camille and Rakan already. Don't want a Zach on top of that. As well as Sejuani banned out from Chafilo. He might want to go for Xin Zhao maybe again to counter that engage from Rakan and Camille, but
and all the teamfight junglers are banned. I've probably missed some, but yeah. So probably there's going to be more or less of a bruiser comp, and we have the confirmation that is Salius in the AD carry position, and I'm pretty hyped right now.
Interesting. As well as Jax being picked up in the jungle. Not your favorite champion in the role right now, but I am interested in seeing how Shafilal manages to use it to its fullest potential. If he plays champions like Xin Zhao, there should be no problem in piloting Jax.
And following up with the Divecom they will pick up the Karma to support everyone, speed everyone up, and Karma is going to go in the mid lane, and there's a Nocturne hover, and that looks pretty scary. After the buffs Nocturne had, it's actually pretty disgusting on level 16. 6-second darkness, you cannot do anything during the time.
Yeah, it would be really interesting here together with Rakan and Camille,
but it will be Camille in the jungle or Cho'Gath in the jungle. That's unlikely though.
Another interesting situation. They are trying to test our ability to analyze the situation. We do not know who's in the top lane and who's in the jungle again, and it does seem to be a placeholder from Vegan Unit 4, and Anivia is Talia. I have the confirmation from Vegan Unit 4's side.
So, Anivia, we've seen it in a couple of games before, and Anivia has turned most of them around, even being banned after the games where Anivia was the victor.
Yeah, and I like the Talia pick. Similar to the last game, Vegan 4 will try to stall out the game as much as possible, and Talia is a great pick in that scenario, just because the champion can clear waves so well. And yeah, I'm excited in seeing how this is played out, like the Jax being picked up too. Maybe Knock One will go for the cleanse in the mid lane, maybe, just to not let Jax set up the seismic shot from Talia maybe and land some kills in that lane. And yeah, so far very interesting champ. It's like a bit different from the last one.
And yeah, I want to see what these teams can do now, because even with one member switched in the roster, the whole team dynamic probably is completely changed.
Yeah, and a bit of a better draft, I think, for Vegan Unit 4 compared to the last time. I do like the team composition. A bit of an experimental, I would say, draft from Iron Wolves. I like playing champions like Karma mid myself when it was back in the meta. A great champion to support his jungle or his team in general in the team fights. We'll see if he does go for the Ardent Sensor maybe after finishing Athene's, which is probably the item he will be going. And finally, we have the confirmation that Cho'Gath will be top lane chosen. Not going to be too confident in playing the Camille once again. Is going to let Warden have some fun on this champion in the second game.
But I believe that Camille is better in the jungle compared to the top lane. Maybe she has a bit less farm, but her ultimate and her constant hookshot stuns can really impact the game. And combined with Rakan and Xayah on the bot lane, it looks like a pretty snowbally comp.
Yeah, they have pretty good speed in terms of trying to chase people down with the Karma, with Camille's hookshot and Hextech ultimatum. Xayah and Rakan really quick to answer any engages from Vegan Unit 4 as well. And looks to be an exciting game so far. A lot of interesting picks. What do you think is going to be the mid lane matchup? Do you believe that Karma can outpush Talia, or is it the other way around?
I think that Talia outpushes Karma after like level 4, level 5, but at the same time Talia has to be careful with pushing, because she is quite a gankable character.
Yeah, I do believe if she does not take the cleanse, which I would probably take in this situation, she's going to be an easy target when trying to walk up to try to clear the waves. Karma does have her W, and the hookshot and the Hextech ultimatum is always going to put up a lot of pressure in the mid lane when he tries to step up a little. Can't be compared to Chaffee LoL's ability to do the same, because Jax can't set up the kills as well as someone like Camille in the jungle.
And we will have to see how Garu and Nafu now stacks up against the Salius and Xavielis bot lane, which are on probably the strongest bot lane on this patch and on the most likely the couple of previous patches. No one really to contest Xayah and Rakan, but if you really need to play against them, then those are probably the best champions to do it. So
yeah, and the most exciting thing for me, maybe it does sound boring for any other viewers, but the Karma versus Talia will be very exciting for me to watch, just because I'm a fan of boring mid lane matchups, and I like to see more of the smartness aspect of how these champions are played out together with the jungler.
Well, for that team, my favorite matchup in this game is Cho'Gath versus Maokai on top lane. And yeah, it's pretty insane, especially in the mid game, where both members cannot do anything.
I have to correct you. It's Sion actually in the top lane, not Maokai, but it certainly doesn't change your point. Still pretty boring champions.
No. I meant like that's my favorite. That's my favorite lane to observe how Maokai tries to slap Cho'Gath and vice versa. But this one actually goes pretty handedly to Cho'Gath, as he will outscale Sion massively, and there's pretty much, it's going to be really hard for Sion to do something. He will need to look for those ultimates to mid lane, to bot lane, some teleport plays, maybe try to assist Chafilo, but in 1v1 I wouldn't put my bets on him. And yeah, as the players are loading in the game, we'll have a small break, really a small break, and afterwards we'll have the second game between Iron Wolves and Vegan Unit 4.
I can never forgive Lattelecom for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top-seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
Welcome back, and we are in the second game between Iron Wolves versus Vegan Unit 4. And we already see Iron Wolves going all 5 members to the bot lane trying to cheese something. And well, something similar happening. Well, actually not. Just bot lane from Vegan Unit 4 will try to check it, and they will not spot them. So it's going to be an interesting invade. While Toughish is in the base.
Yeah, we can see Vegan Unit 4 just camping the bottom side of the bush, the bottom bush, but Iron Wolves having an interesting setup, sending Xavieles over the wall into the tri-bush to hopefully make a play, but Vegan Unit 4 aren't anywhere near to suspect anything, and Yeah, nothing much happening. They will be spotted out by Raska Karastaya probably here in the mid lane. Maybe land a bit of poke. Yeah,
and there might be action on bot lane. They spot each other. Some pings going back and forth.
And it is going to be a safe play by both of the teams. Nothing much happening in the early game, and immediately I put my eyes to the mid lane to see who's gonna be the one to push out the wave faster and go set up vision in the enemy jungle.
Well, both junglers starting without the jungle leash, and it seems like that push war is going to be won by Raska Karistaya, as he will have his Q up, and well, Knock 1 actually goes for the trade.
Yeah, Knock 1 didn't have his ultimate yet with the first wave, so wasn't able to push out the wave as fast as Raska Karistaya, but it does seem pretty equal. No one got the chance to move out of the lane to try to set some vision, so it's going to be played out a bit safe.
And well, on the top lane already, completely different matchup. Cho'Gath is one of those champions who can fight right out the get-go. Level 1 just go all in, and there's probably only a handful of champions who can match his damage.
And we can see the junglers being on the opposite side of the map, doing a similar jungle path. Only thing is that LoL does go and try to secure the scuttler, in which he is successful. And there's an engage actually by Xavielis. Did lose the trade, but the Peacemaker was dodged by him. And yeah, he's going to be healing up him and Solius with his Q, so nothing huge.
Going to the top lane now, Tafish is really low. It seems like they will try to dive him. He does have the flashes away from the hook shot, but will most likely die, and he does Warden with the first blood, but Tafish will get the return kill. Raska Karistaya already on the top lane, and double kill for Tafish during the passive.
He does get to secure the kill. A very interesting flash from Raska Karistaya there. Chosen did decide to save his flash and not use it in this fight.
on bot lane looking for something. Solius flashed away from the combo. And well, that's going to be no flash Zaya, and maybe Chafilo will be able to capitalize on it till till level 6.
And there was a bit of an encounter in the topside jungle with Knock 1 and Raska Karistaya. Knock 1 did win the trade in the end, but nothing huge happening, and it is going to be a pause coming out.
Some internet issues for Tafish, but during the pause, already a pretty interesting early game. 3 kills in the first 4 minutes of the game, all on the top lane. Tafish with a double kill. That seemed really interesting. Good draw for Raska Karistaya.
Yeah, it was an interesting encounter up there. Tafish was successful in securing 2 kills there. A good play, I would say, from Chosen and Warding, trying to dive the Cyan up there, but a little miscalculated. He did not have the ability to tank as much turret shots as he did there.
Yeah, so, probably like 10-20 HP more, and he would have lived there.
And
Talia did have the early push advantage, so she was able to roam first to the top lane.
Yeah, there wasn't much communication about that on either of the teams, I believe. I mean, Vegan Unit 4 did have the advantage in that situation. That's why they did secure 1 more kill, but the difference isn't anything huge. The gold lead is still similar in the moment of the pause.
But this is going to be an interesting game, because first Drake is the Infernal Drake.
And yeah, we can see Chafilo will be backing off now. Maybe Warden has the upper hand.
Knock 1 going in aggressive, getting Raska Karistaya really low. Will not try to dive him, but well, pretty close to that.
Yeah, we can see that even these champions can be played pretty aggressively. Supportive champions like Karma can be used in trying to poke their opponents down pretty well. So he's going to have an upper hand here.
Well, I still have nightmares from Season 4, Season 5 mid lane Lulu, which was a complete nightmare compared to these champions nowadays.
Yeah, and we can see Nakwan leaving the lane in a pretty good spot. Is going to use his teleport here to secure all of the minions in time before they go under the turret.
And well, a fight on bot lane. Inafu getting low flashed away. And will they be able to get it? Xavier's flash ignites and autos Inafu. And Inafu falls on the bot lane.
Yeah, and we can finally see some aggressive play from the marksman and support.
Warden looking for something on mid lane, but he gets seen.
And there's a fight in the top and actually Rupture landing on the top. She's going to be so low, no flash available for him. Chosen will pick up the kill, but Shafilol is there to try to...
Chosen one has the 6, he can fight this. Shafilol flashes over, Raskarista coming in. Toughish coming bot with the passive, preventing him forearm escape. And what a series of events like. And on bot lane there's a dive on the Garu, Xavielis. And Warden diving the Caitlyn, and yeah, Warden gets the kill. So 2 kills for the Camille already.
Yeah, very interesting how the Topfish is using his Scion passive even after dying. He's showing.
He's probably the Scion passive is probably the most impactful player in this game so far.
Yeah, it's the factor. Yeah, it's massive there. He's using it to its fullest potential, either to zone or to damage the champions that are remained in the fight.
And it seems like it's going to be a
top lane, hook shot.
In the mid lane. Chafilo jumps in, gets the stun. Now Warden pretty low, takes the third shot now. Raski Karista will take the first kill. Nakalip getting lower, will try to run away. Does have the movement speed to do so, and no follow up from that. But Raski Karista 2-on-1 on the Telia already.
Yeah, very glad to see that the 2v2 was won by Vegan Unit 4. Not too expected, to be honest, but yeah, Shafilol and Raski Karista are showing off their abilities to coordinate plays together, and yeah, it's already 2 kills for Raski Karista so far.
And Chosen one showing why Cho'Gath is the second best champion in the game right after the Garen. Already zoning Toughish, nothing Toughish can do. Raski Karista, well, Chosen one rather, farming up, stacking up the ultimate stacks, and well, getting bigger and bigger, and already 25 CS lead over the Scion.
Yeah, and very interesting that there's
Warden
some
coming
action.
bot lane.
Yeah, Warden is going to be looking for a kill. Let's see if anything comes out, and Rakan ultimate does hit both of the targets, chained up with the hook shot onto Garu. He did go down. Let's see if Nafu survives this, but no, Xavielis will be the one to pick up the second kill here in the fight in bot lane.
And good snare on the Garu from Solius with the Zaya.
And there's a fight actually in top lane, Chosen one being caught out by Shafilol, and the play will be returned on the other side of the map. The red buff is there to try to slow him down, but unstoppable onslaught on top of that will certainly result in a secured kill by Vegan Unit 4.
But it's going to be a trade-off because Iron Wolves are taking the Infernal Drake. And, well, I think it's worthwhile for the Iron Wolves.
Yeah, it's a really back and forth game. A play in the bot lane for Iron Wolves, then a play in the top lane from Vegan Unit 4, and again answered by a Drake immediately from Iron Wolves. So very fast paced so far from the players.
And well, it's nice seeing them responding almost in an instant after something happens. Now Warden looking for another dive. Bot lane really overextended, double knockup charm on the bot lane from Vegan Unit 4, and that's going to be a kill for Warden and Solius, so, and most likely the first turret of the game.
Yeah, very good gameplay by Xavielis so far, hitting all of his grand entrances, and the quickness being landed on both of the targets on Vegan Unit 4 side.
And on mid lane there's a gank from Chafilo, gets the last second stun on the knock one, and he's surely going to fall, gets the Mantra W, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and we can see Chafilo always ready to try to make plays on the other sides of the map, and trying to keep up with Iron Wolves' pressure and get some kills on the places where Iron Wolves are not focusing on, and Knock1 not being careful enough in trying to play safe when his team is making plays on the other side of the map.
Well, this game is going to be completely relied on Raske Kariste's ability to carry this, because top lane is completely disastrous. Every time Cyan goes in for a trade, Chosen One heals up with the grasp, gets health from the grasp, and it just gets worse and worse. But Chafilo looking for something on the top lane, no one saw him there, and he will probably surprise Salias and Zavielis, but Salias does have
Raske Karistaya is in a bad position, does flash the grand entrance, but there's an engage onto Salias here, but the great ultimate coming out from him. An aggressive play from Iron Wolves, trying to catch up Nafu. Hookshot does not connect, and the Unbreakable Will being forced out of Inafu. And Zavielis looking for a dive in the top lane, but it was not enough. Chafilo now engaging onto Warden. Great Hextech ultimatum to counter the counter-strike. Will land a kill onto him, but he does seem to be going down to Garu's ultimate. Grand entrance onto Topfish, but he does go down immediately.
And they will try to turn this. Salius does have full health and a flash. He flashed away, and that's going to be the end of it. But meanwhile, Chosen One taking the Herald, another stack for the
Topfish actually moving in to try to pick up a kill onto Knock One, again landing all of his abilities. Garu picking up the kill with Pill Tower, Peacemaker, and really so much action happening right now. Well played from both of the teams, I would say. And the fights do not stop. Chosen One looking for a dive onto Garu, does not want to let him back off. Will they try to do some damage to the turret? Doesn't seem so. And yeah, very interesting to see what these teams will decide to do next.
And well, a pretty interesting stuff. Knock One completely getting chain CC'd. He couldn't do anything there. And actually a lot of CC for Vegan Unit 4. They get the Cyan. They have CC for every single member of their team. If they can land it properly, then they should be able to win all the team fights.
And Knock One actually finding himself mispositioned a couple times already this game, dying 2 times, not able to put up a lot of pressure on the map so far. But an aggressive play on top lane. The jungler is still on the top side for Vegan Unit 4 to try to defend this tower. Some pings coming out from Warden. Will try to contest this red buff. The ward does go down, but it is going to be cleared out by Vegan Unit 4, but that does not stop them in plotting an engage here. But Chafilo is actually the one to engage onto Warden, trying to take a trade, and a lot of abilities landed.
Warden getting low.
Yeah, a lot of abilities landed onto Warden, so he's going to be pretty low here. Chafilo taking some damage too. But yeah, I guess Iron Wolves will be forced away from this red buff. And on the bot line, we can see Cho'Gath building up a pretty good wave against Topfish, even though the score doesn't
There's going to be a dive on top lane. Salu is really low. Will fall to Garu. Gets knocked up on the top lane. Now Xavier is next one in trouble. Or is he? Chafilo getting low. That's 4v3 on the top lane. Waden gets the kill. And a second kill for the Garu, 4th in total.
Yeah, we can see Raske Karistaya being quick to rotate to these little skirmishes that are being forced by Iron Wolves, but it's actually...
Topfish getting low on the bot lane, still has the ultimate, and he will probably try to ultimate away. Warden gets the kill on the Raske Karistaya, and that's a big shutdown for... Yeah,
Meanwhile, actually, Cho'Gath finally putting up the upper hand over Topfish and getting the solo kill. So, a great aggressive play from Iron Wolves, picking up kills on both sides of the map, and Vegan Unit 4 will be looking to walk towards the Drake right now.
Chosen One actually waited a bit to get his ultimate back before killing Topfish. He could have killed him a little bit earlier, but he's all about that stacking, and well, the next Drake is going to be another Infernal Drake, so that's going to be disastrous if Iron Wolves get it.
Yeah, the Iron Wolves will probably want to delay this taking of the Drake, just because Solus is on the top lane trying to get the minions, to secure the tower, but a hook shot landing onto Raskikari's tower. Will he go down? Yes, Warden does finish him off, but the teleport coming out from Tophish. Shafilol putting his sights onto Warden now. Will he go down?
And it's a 2v4. Will they escape this?
Now, quickness landing onto 2 targets. Xavielis pulling them away from Warden. Does disengage successfully. And wow, what an interesting play from them. I really liked Xavielis using his ultimate there like that just to pull them
Meanwhile,
away.
Salius getting 2 turrets on the top lane together with Herald.
Wow, yeah, Salius being left alone on the top side, just trying to farm it out.
And now, wow, what is happening? They get the second Inferno Drake. Cho'Gath secures it.
And Salius looking for a play into mid lane. Actually, it's going to be a 2v2, but Xavielis will be there pretty soon. Knock one almost going down. Warden moving in, but he has no mana anymore to use his Hextech ultimatum. He's going to be secured by Chafilol. The leap strike finishes him off, and a bit of a slip up from Iron Wolves there. A bit of a weird play coming out from them. It's a bit greedy to try to dive.
Xavier is just recalling. The seismic shove is not going to hit even though he was standing still.
And Chafilol is in the position to maybe try to make a play in the mid lane. He's moving towards Xavielis. Grand entrance is interrupted, and Nafu with his combo finishing off the kill. Salius being zoned away from the turret, but Nafu taking a lot of damage. First, the Unbreakable Will is forced out, but Salius does not stop. Chafilol will go on to Salius, but the ultimate is used effectively.
And Salius getting the kill.
Yeah, the feathers doing so much damage instantly, killing Raskikari's there. Very interesting interaction with these abilities. Well played by Salius there.
And Cho'Gath gets the knock up on Caitlyn, gets the kill, completely destroys her. And also with the ultimate, so Cho'Gath's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, interesting how Vegan Unit 4 are able to answer these plays usually from Iron Wolves, but this time it's them trying to be a bit more aggressive and slip up in the actual execution of the plays. And well played by Chosen One and Salius in defending themselves in the previous team fight.
And it seems like a completely one-sided game by Iron Wolves, as they are starting to snowball it out of control.
Yeah, oh wait, actually a dive from Warden coming onto Raskikari's. He does try to back off, but a lot of abilities landing onto him. Raskikari's picking up his 4th kill in this game. A bit of unnecessary aggressive plays from Iron Wolves. Honestly, I don't know if it's necessary to...
And Garu getting just chunked down by the Karma.
Yeah, even though Karma is such a supportive champion, she can land a lot of damage onto these squishy carries.
And Karma yeah, going for the Teens and Holy Grail.
Yeah, it does look like she will be going for Ardent Sensor as the second item. Probably using the Aether Wisp to finish that, as I mentioned in Champion Select. Pretty good combo on that champion. Will not finish it yet, but certainly working towards it.
Yeah, well, yeah, Karma, even though after the support item buffs, when you build Athene's plus the Ardent Sensor, you're no longer the support anymore.
Oh, Xavier is actually caught out by Inafu there. The stun will land, but the quickness being used very successfully by him. Shafilol will flash onto him, but a great counter flash by Xavielis, and he's already healed up from the Athenes of Knock, but he will be backing off in any case. Great disengage by him.
And yeah, that was pretty interesting that he could get away from all of that. Now Nafu looking for his highlight plays, gets the knock up on the knock lift, knock one. Now knock one's going to fall. Warden and Salius already in place. Salius will not hit any snares. Now Garu taking the double kill. Warden secures the kill on the Raske, now tries to run away. He will meet Cyan and Alstar pretty soon.
Oh, Nafu actually fails his combo there. Hextech ultimate comes out and he does get a bit of a shield.
And Warden is running away. Will he get away? It seems like he will now. Chosen One involved in all of this. I don't know if he signed up for that.
Yeah, Chosen One did secure the kill onto Toffish actually under the turret. So yeah, it was very exciting to see how Warden escaped something like that. But the teleport coming out from Knock 1, going to try to keep.
And Chofilo in trouble. And look at that, Warden just healed up by the Athenes of Holy Grail, and Chofilo falling. Zabialis will secure the kill. Zabialis with his Zeke's convergence. So during team fights, Zabialis and Salius will do tons of damage on top of already almost having 3 items on Desire.
And we see a teleport coming out from Chosen One towards the top side. Maybe they want to do something about this Baron, but the ultimate coming out from Rusky Karstad will spot out the lineup for Iron Wolves, but they do start the Baron anyway.
They have the Cho'Gath and the Smite.
Is using his unstoppable onslaught to engage out to Knock 1. Did land it, but he's going to be melted so fast. Warden moving on towards him, but Toffish actually survived so far. No vision into the bush, but such a great ultimate and grand entrance from Zabielis. He does get a kill on Rusky Karstad, and now Salius melting every single member of Vegan Unit 4. Meanwhile, Chosen trying to secure the Baron, but Shafilo using all of his abilities to try to stop
Triple kill for Salius there.
Very interesting how Zavielis and Salius...
And Salius is looking for more.
Yeah, it was such a great team fight by Zaya and Rakan, playing together so well in that fight. Grand entrance and quickness used so well, and the feathers just cutting through all of the members of Vegan Unit 4.
And well, Cho'Gath getting another stack, this time on Baron. Ooh, that is like... How many stacks does he have already?
Certainly a lot. He, as you said, he did wait for his ultimate to come off cooldown when trying to secure kills. He is really thinking about that aspect of his champion, so certainly has a lot of experience on Cho'Gath. And Warden looking to secure the next objective of the game. Already started the Ocean Drake. That's going to be the 3rd one for them in this game.
And well, this game seems like it's not going to last for long, as most of the members from, well, I think all of the members from Iron Wolves are hitting their power spikes right now. 3 items on the Zaya.
But there is an aggressive play onto Warden by Chafilo, but he does use the Hextech ultimate effectively. Zavelis moving in, using his grand entrance and the quickness so well once again. And Solius flashing in over the ball, getting a kill onto Rusky Karstad, setting his sights onto the front line of Vegan Unit 4 now. Gets a double kill now. Is it going to be a triple kill? And it is. Meanwhile, Chosen One securing the kill onto Garu too, so it's an ace coming out from Iron Wolves. And with the Baron, they're surely going to secure a lot of turrets, maybe 2 inhibitors, maybe a Nexus Star. We'll see. Very exciting team fight coming out from them. And yeah, we can see that they're switching their sights to the 2nd inhibitor now. It's only the 22nd minute, so not a lot.
And that is going to be the surrender from Vegan Unit 4. So 2nd surrender in 2 days. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, good thing that they did get like 18 kills. That's so much. The kill difference wasn't so big between these 2 teams. But the objective control for Iron Wolves was certainly a lot better than Vegan Unit 4. That just shows their team experience altogether.
And 22-minute game taken by Iron Wolves. And if we look at the damage, it's completely ludicrous. 25k death in 22 minutes by Solius. And that's like... that is... Oh, that is like not too, I wouldn't say too much. It's never too much damage. It's like almost more than 30% of his team's damage done by himself.
And it's very interesting that Vegan Unit 4, even though they seem to do a lot of great fights in this game, I thought the Rusky Karstad will have a lot more damage dealt, since he was landing a lot of abilities in those skirmishes early on. But we can see that even Knock 1, with his supportive build, doing more damage than any member on Vegan Unit 4's side.
Yeah, well, that was a well executed game. Top lane also completely destroyed by Chosen One. Nothing really the Toughish could do in that matchup. We had a couple of good fights from Vegan Unit 4. They got a lot of kills back, but it was just not enough to stop Iron Wolf's aggression.
Yeah, it was an incredibly aggressive game from Warden when he tried to go for so many dives this game. Even though he died so much, he did open a lot of doors for his team to make plays. But if I had the most valuable player of this game, it would be Xavielis. It was absolutely astonishing watching him land all those ultimates and grand entrances on the whole roster of Vegan Unit 4.
And yeah, this was the match between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves. Iron Wolves took it 2-0. First game was actually pretty, well, I wouldn't say pretty close, but it was a slow game. And once Iron Wolves took the lead, they closed the game as soon as they could. Second game was, well, I would say interesting. A lot of fights, a lot of mechanical outplays, and some misplays as in all the games. But Iron Wolves just pushed too far. They pushed Vegan Unit 4. They couldn't just handle them, so they surrendered in 22 minutes. That was absolutely crazy. Now we can go through this week, since this is Friday. This was the last week, the last day of the 9 weeks, after which there's going to be the LAN finals where top 4 teams from BSL will face off for the grand prize and the BSL Season 1 title. Yeah, it's going to be held in Hypertown Riga Expo in 26th and 27th of May. Early bird tickets are still available, so check the description. There should be a link. Get them now, because the deal's not going to get better by any day. But yeah, this week we started the week with Keep Yourself Alive versus NACL, where Keep Yourself Alive forfeited the game. They were not able to participate in it. Then after that, Falcon eSports lost to Team Coinflip Gaming in a 0-2, well 2-0 for Coinflip Gaming. Yesterday we had a pretty dominant 2-0 from Mantis 5 versus Surreal Gaming. And today, probably the most exciting match of the week was Public Enemy versus Team Solomata, and in the score you can see it was 1-1. Both games were pretty close. Well, the first one was pretty close.
Yeah.
And yeah, now Iron Wolves in this match showed why they are considered the best. And after this week, the rankings for the teams go as follow. Now, Imantis 5 still undefeated with 6-0. Keep Yourself Alive and Iron Wolves and Team Coinflip Gaming are with 4-2.
And NACL with the score of 3-3, going to be splitting the 5th and 6th place with Public Enemy. Both of the Lithuanian teams have the same standing right now after week 3. Following up, it will be Falcon eSports with the score 2-4 so far in week 3. And following that, we have Vegan Unit 4 and Team Solomata with the same win-loss ratio as Falcon eSports. And in the last place, yet to show themselves, are Surreal Gaming. They will hope to prove themselves in the following weeks, since they are looking to have a roster change in the marksman position. So let's try to keep our expectations up, and yeah, I'm really excited in seeing how they perform later on.
And this was only the week 3. There will be 6 more weeks to play. The rankings can change completely, more or less. I doubt that Imans 5 can go to the last place by any stretch. They can try, but they shouldn't. They should keep their undefeated record. And yeah, the next week, do we have the next week already known?
Do we know the schedule? Yeah, no,
not
we do not.
yet, but about the axe giveaway, which happened today. Do we have the winner now? I think we do. I think we do. And we will announce it in a second. So, yeah, so far it was pretty interesting. And we have the winner for the axe giveaway.
It's going to be Daniel's Vahrushev, Gundega Dege, who said that Daniel's Vahrushevs is the one that introduced her to the whole gaming scene, and congratulations to her. And as we established already, she will be winning these great prizes. It's going to be axe, body and hair wash, shower gel, and 3 different deodorants. So congratulations to Gundega.
You'll be able to choose 3 of these 5 products by your choice. You will be contacted in Facebook, so let's keep in touch. And well, congratulations once again to Gundega Dage.
Gundega Dege, yes.
And yeah, well, I think it was it for this week. We thank you for watching, and well, come back next week. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing. Next week we will have, it's going to be week 4. So as the season goes forward, it's going to be only more exciting as teams will fight for the chance to attend the Hypertown Riga Expo LAN. So yeah, tonight it was me, Derek Danger, and together with me was Arlight, and we wish you a happy weekend. you.